Welcome back to the channel. Something different today. I'm gonna show you guys how to install and manage your Stardew Valley or whatever game is on the website with Vortex Mod Manager specifically. Now I know, trust me, I know you guys. If you've been here before, you've seen some of my content. We are not, hashtag not activists. I know Nexus Mod Manager is run by some people that are like fairly dubious at best, shall we say. But it is for, I'm gonna use the word pleb here. It's not derogatory. For the plebs, it is the best way and the easiest way to mod your games. Because otherwise, you have to do it the old way, which is go and find the right mods, you have to do everything yourself manually. Which, honestly, it's actually a really good thing because you'll learn a lot about computer systems that way and how like files interact. However, right, if you don't want to do that, which I can totally understand, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna want to go to Nexus Mods, right? This right here, nexusmods.com. It'll drop you in this screen. Here's where you can find like a bunch of games. There's like 3,000 games almost that they have mods for, right? But what we were looking for first off is Vortex. So you go into the search bar and you type in Vortex. You'll get one proper result and then a bunch of, results we don't want. We want this one, Vortex by Dark One, which has 24 million downloads. Click on that one. This is your mod manager. You download it right over here on the manual button right there. And then when you've installed this program, you'll have to launch it and it'll somewhat, because I'm already in a managed game, it'll somewhat start to look like this. This is your Vortex Mod Manager. You have to, the first time you launch it, obviously, you're gonna have to like log into your account. Hey guys, Editing PJ, quick interjection. Make sure you click on this little big button here that says Profile Management. It'll say no automatically from the get-go. Click on yes or the profile button will never appear. It's kind of important. I forgot to mention that. Sorry. Editing PJ out. Oh, no, sorry. Not out. There will also say that your staging folder is on C. If you're in any way, type of shape, form a gamer, your C is only for your OS. Change that as well, obviously, right? Don't let Vortex install all of the mods you download onto your OS drive, filling that shit up. Editing PJ out. You do need an account on Nexus Mods. I forgot to mention that, sorry. You do need an account to download everything. The account is completely free. There are, like, subscribe things, so you can, like, download multiple things at the same time at a higher speeds. It is not necessary at all. The only thing that does is it saves you a hell of a lot of time when you do like a collection or something. But I wouldn't recommend just starting off with collections anyway, straight from the bat, because those collections will usually have like 100 to 200 mods, and some of them are barely functional, right? So you want to do, you want to start out slow with your own wants and needs. Don't pick someone else's collection, just figure out what you want first yourself, right? So once you've set everything up, when you've gone through the settings, etc., and all of the things, it'll notice that you have a bunch of games installed that Vortex will want to manage. You can set up which ones you manage, which ones you don't. For our purposes, I've only managed Stardew Valley here. So you make sure that's active, which you will see then here by the little thing, Stardew Valley, my profile, which is a very, very important one. Do not ever use your initial profile. Re-edit it, right? You'll have one profile here. You just click the little marker, edit it, so that it's called whatever you want it to be. I know it says clean install and it has 6 mods enabled, so technically it's not a clean install, but don't do what I do. Just make a clean install, right? Leave that profile alone always. You just click here, add Stardew Valley profile, and then you say, new profile. Boom. I'm not even gonna put a description because I'm gonna delete this afterwards anyway. Now, as you can see, this new profile has 0 mods enabled, which is what we want. To get mods, you're going to go back to the to the Nexus Mods website, right? This one right here. And then we will go to the main page, and because it's Stardew Valley, it's already right here. If you want a different game, you have to go to the view all, and you're gonna have to find that, right? You can search for it under games here as well. It's gonna be easier. Just make sure it's set the games, because if it's set the mods, obviously you're gonna find some random mod. Boom, Stardew Valley. Over here you can see the collections. We're gonna ignore that for the purposes of this video. We don't need this. What you wanna do is you can either go to new this week, popular 30 days, or popular all time. These are the ones you need, unless you just want a specific mod that you know what it's named, then you just look in the search box, right? But popular 30 days is always a good indication of what's been uploaded and been downloaded a lot, right? So, for example, this yet another fishing mod, right? As you can tell, we downloaded it too, right? It's in my list. Regardless, the popular of all time, the first thing we do here is this one, SMAPI, Stardew Modding API. This is a a required mod for every single other mod in Stardew Valley. So you're gonna click on it. You have this nice little, description of what the mod does. The files, if you want to download them separately, which I do not recommend for new and beginning modders. And then if you have problems or anything, you can always go and try and find your issue in the essentially the forum. As you can tell, most modders will also have like the first post will be like a frequently asked questions or something along those lines. Because obviously if you're gonna have to search through 256 pages, good luck. What you want to do here is you want to click this button right here, download Vortex. It'll pop open the little, do you want to allow Nexus mods, blah blah blah. You can just stick this if you want. I never do it because I like them to ask this question of me, but that's up to you, right? So it'll want to open this application, which it'll open Vortex for you, and then it'll automatically start downloading it. I'm not gonna actually click download because obviously this is already installed for me, but in this thing you will see downloads. Now, you'll also have this notification bell right here. If anything ever goes wrong or something needs to be done, this bell will tell you. You can ignore some of them, you can't ignore others, right? It's a little bit dubious. As to what, you'll figure that out eventually. Let's quickly download a random mod so that I can like properly show you exactly what happens. Well, not so random because I do want to have it be of use. It doesn't really matter, okay. Let's just pick one. Boom. So, let's say we want... I don't know. I don't want some random shit, I'm gonna be honest. I should have... Better star drops, why not? Adds configurable additional benefits to star drops, increases... I'm not gonna use this, but just for the purposes of it, we're gonna... make you show how easy it is. So you just click on this one right here again, download with Vortex. It'll tell you, oh, this mod has these requirements. We already have the SMAPI, so we can ignore this one. And then we just click download. Open Vortex. We'll go to our Vortex. It'll start. You can see it here. It's downloading. It's downloaded. It'll tell you, okay, we installed a mod. It's called Better Star Drops. Do you want to enable it? Yes, we do. And then it'll ask you, the deployment of this mod will require an elevation. You always need to do this to make the mod work. Just click on it. Again, everything is done for you. If you now go check your mod folder, notice we have Better Startups, and I downloaded this when I was recording. We have these two enabled, so let me just disable this one so it's gone. So we have this one enabled, right? Which this now means if I click this button right here, you can ignore this because I disabled the button. Disabling also requires elevation. That's actually a good... there you go. A good example of that as well. If I now click this button right here, I'll launch SMAPI specifically, right? We'll launch this part here, which then injects the other mods and launches the game. If you do not launch your Stardew Valley file or mods through here, if you go to Steam and you click play Stardew Valley on Steam, you will launch without mods. Because that goes straight to the exe, does not launch Smappy, and as every mod on the website will tell you, you need Smappy installed and running to have the mods be injected into the game code. So if you just don't want to play with mods, launch via Steam as well. You don't even need to change profiles back to what you had. I just do that specifically because, like, for example, if I enable this one, right, 98 mods, all of those files will get loaded into the game directory. So Vortex will take the files that you have in your staging folder, make a copy of that, and install them onto your Stardew Valley directory, which means you're using space, essentially. So if you don't want to play Stardew Valley with mods, you turn them off, because that will remove them from the directory and gives you more space, right? If you have 500 megabytes of mods installed, that's 500 megabytes free on that hard drive, right? So it pays to be a little bit clean in that situation. So that's essentially, that's pretty much it. It's quite easy to do. It doesn't really take too big of a brain anymore. It used to, you used to have to do this fully manually, right? Inject the file yourself. Like, you have to move the file into the folder, and not every game had mod folders, so good effing luck figuring out what the hell was what, right? But now it's super easy. You just download it straight off of the website, right? Go to the website, find the mod you want. Let's say, I'll give you a couple of good ones, right? Automate. One of my personal all-time favorites. I should not have hit enter. Boom, automate. This mod, I place a chest, and then every single production thing attached to that chest will automatically take a resource from the chest, make the resource, and then put the completed resource in the chest. It is such a godsend. It should be default. Like, automation, very, very cool mod. 100%, 100%. I was gonna do a spiel, I can't remember. Whatever. It's a good mod. Get it. If you like that stuff, get it. But that's pretty much it. That's all you gotta do. It doesn't take all that much. And if you just wanna uninstall everything, you just uninstall, delete your staging folder, and boom, you're done. Just, again, make sure. Well, you don't even need to make sure, but I would really recommend you make sure that you made your profile again back to one that had 0 things on it instead of like a million. Because then it'll clean out your mod folder as well for you, and you don't have to do that yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can have different profiles for different mods, right? As I'm going to play after this, I'm going to enable this one right here, because this is the game I'm doing right now. Just a few mods. Just waiting for it to be done. Oh, I think I screwed it up. Oh well. It's because I didn't deploy. I might have to restart now. Always deploy and elevate whenever you whenever it asks you, because it can lead to problems, as you can tell. I fucked it up because I'm an idiot. So yeah. That's pretty much it. Let me restart Vortex. I don't think I can. Like, if you ever have problems with this, you just click on the bell and it'll tell you exactly what's wrong. And most of these you can completely ignore even, so no big deal. Okay, the elevation's gone now. Boom. See, and now it does work. Yeah, like I said, when there's a thing here, solve it first, or just click it away, right? Because I had a red one earlier, as you, which was like because of an old profile and something didn't work, but you can ignore those, right? Because it was an old one, I didn't need it. That's pretty much it. It isn't rocket science. It's actually fairly simple, and now you can expand your Stardew Valley game in a multitude of ways. Hard recommendation: Stardew Valley Expanded. Look it up. Enjoy. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys on the next one. I know it was a bit of a different mod or a different video, but I was like really sick for 2 weeks, and I felt like starting off with something light and nothing that would make me annoyed or laugh too hard, because then I'm gonna have coughing fits. Peace! I love you all.